Hi, I'm Kirsten Delgado. You're watching WCI-TV, brought to you by Tower MSA Partners. I'm joined today with Matt Waller, president of HOMELINK. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Delgado, your host today. Thank you for joining us, Matt. Let's get into it. Why WCI? What does this partnership being here mean to you?
Yeah, Kirsten, thanks for having me on here, first of all. WCI is significant for us, and to understand that with HOMELINK, you really need to go back a number of years. So I've been with this company 12 years. I didn't grow up in the work comp space, so I didn't know the trade shows, didn't know really much about the industry. Probably 10 years ago or so, I was blessed to get the opportunity to work with our sales, our business development team. And one of the first things I did, that was in the summer, and we looked at the trade show schedule and said, okay, what's this WCI about? Right. We had one individual at HOMELINK that would come down. And when she left the show, she would have leads, she would have things to follow up on for everybody back at the office. And I'm like, wait a minute, we've got to get down to that. So just in the last 10 years, we've gone from having one person down here to now we have 20 people here. I would consider this the Daytona 500 of the trade show season, because it kicks off from August really through November and sometimes into December, a trade show season and a travel season for a lot of the people here in this work comp space where they're busy with that. This gets the energy going. It's tremendous. You can see just this year alone an increase in the energy from last year. You've seen that over the recent years. I think there's a recovery from COVID. I just can't say enough good things about the venue and about the show here.
Well, I've had so many conversations across all different industries within conferences and talking about how AI is impacting their business. Conferences specifically are actually having a kind of opposite reaction with AI, because I think the lack of being in somebody's face has really gotten to us. I think we're actually seeking that more in these conferences and being with each other. AI is changing every industry. What would you say, and how would you say it's impacting your organization specifically?
Well, I would start by agreeing with you on the face-to-face, the human interaction. I experienced that in my own personal life. A bank that we use has been purchased by a larger bank, and I don't want that. I actually want to go into the bank from time to time. I want to be able to call on somebody at the bank and talk to them. So we're seeing that. It's not just a work comp thing. That's I would say just society-wide. There's a bit of a stutter step into how we embrace AI. And from a work comp standpoint, so when you look at any claim that you're working with, it is an injured worker. We need to take care of them. We need human interaction to do that. There cannot be any feeling by that user or their caregiver that they're getting any less attention to detail, any less care than they normally would have. So there's this balance. So when I say a stutter step, it is not an easy thing in this space where care does matter. Patient interaction does matter for case managers, adjusters, nurses. Their role is so valuable in this. Their role is valuable to have the human touch, to understand empathy. How you build automation, how you build AI into that, that's a tough thing that we've got to be careful in how fast forward we move into the AI world. And we have to do it. It's understandable, but there are a number of things that have to be taken into account.
And you want to make sure that human connection stays intact within that process. And speaking of human connection, HOMELINK's a little bit different within the workers' comp space, being employee-owned. There's magnificent advantages to that. Talk to that point.
Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. You know, if you look at all the companies that are here at WCI, whether they're displaying, coming here to exhibit or just attend, it's probably about 1% of the companies that are employee-owned. So when you look at the AI, the advantages to that, when we look at AI, when we look at automation, how do we get faster? How do we get better? We account for input from our employees. It's not just that we have to continue to provide care, we have to continue to provide that human touch, but we're all 670 employees of HOMELINK. Every one of us is an owner of the company. So from the time that you start with the company And it's an important thing for me to meet with all of our new hires, that I express to them what employee ownership means, what human touch means, what improving the lives of the people we serve means, and understanding from an adjuster standpoint, from a case manager, from a patient, from anybody within the continuum of care. This is how we can improve their lives. From that moment through any inflection point, if we're looking to outsource a certain service or use somebody, I need to engage our customers, or excuse me, our employee owners, to ensure that they understand what move we're making. So that brings about a level of care that our employees, and you can be an entry-level person or you could be a senior leader in HOMELINK, there is an expectation that you care about the work that you do. We are all vested and we all have a say in it. That's a significant thing. And frankly, that's an advantage for us as an employee-owned company. Again, we're 1% or less of all companies here. We don't operate based on quick decisions that are going to make us more valuable on a short-term basis. We don't operate under quarterly reports, quarterly earning reports. It is, what is the best long-term decision for the health of this company and for the people we serve?
Right.
That's a big difference.
It is. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Matt Waller of HOMELINK, president of the company. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right. You're watching WCI-TV, brought to you by Tower MSA Partners.